Hi, I'm Joellen. I'm a marketing specialist for Protocol 80, and today we're going to discuss the protocol for finding fuel in feedback. First of all, I want to recognize that feedback is challenging for people to receive. It's challenging to give feedback too, so it's a good idea to remember that it's a collaboration, and both the person giving and receiving feedback probably feel a little awkward, so try to go into it with a learning mindset. I like to ask myself, what will I learn from this that will help me improve? And it's been found that some people who perceive feedback negatively, if they go into the situation with the idea that they're going to learn something from it, they tend to gain more. They definitely can see the feedback from a different perspective. So that's a very helpful way to look at it. When you're receiving feedback, it helps to use effective listening. So you maintain eye contact. You should ask questions. Make it a productive dialogue rather than just one person talking and the other one sitting there. And then the next step is to take the feedback and act on it. That may seem logical, but sometimes it may be difficult to figure out how to incorporate that into the processes that you're using. It is also important to ask questions during the feedback if you weren't clear, or if it's a very general piece of feedback. That helps to show them that you're gaining an understanding, and that gives you a better idea of what you could change and how to incorporate that. What does feedback do? Well, feedback can improve performance. It can put you in control of your professional development, which is important. It can also be something that's helpful in diffusing workplace conflicts. If feedback is a normal part of your processes, then sometimes it can address a situation that's a minor irritation before it really builds into something bigger that you have to deal with down the road. That's another point. As far as feedback goes, it's important to normalize feedback, make it a regular part of the processes. And if that isn't something that happens where you work, then it's a good idea to ask for feedback. Let people know that you're open to that conversation and to having guidance on ways to improve. When it comes to giving feedback, because you're trying to normalize it and make it a part of the process, usually you're going to end up on the other end rather than just receiving. It's important to be positive and be objective when you're giving feedback. It's a good idea to be honest and specific. Give real-world examples when you can to help clarify those points. Like I said earlier, feedback can be vague sometimes, so it makes it a little easier to pinpoint when you can use a real-world example. It's also a good idea to balance the good and the bad, and if possible, frame the feedback in a way that focuses on the goals or the motivations that you know the person receiving the feedback has. And just remember that when it comes to feedback, the more you use it, the more people are going to recognize that and feel more comfortable giving you feedback. And when they're giving you more feedback, it'll tend to become more positive and more constructive, so then everybody's building and benefiting from the feedback process. And if you are curious about other topics, you should check out the other videos in this series.